Alright, we're back here. I'm just gonna pick this. Alright, so yeah, I took another quick break again, and now we're back here. I'm just gonna try to end off this session, make this the last part, and yeah, see where we go from here. Let's see. I can take a scan of the area. The warm sunlight overhead beams over a peaceful and living view of the countryside. Yet, well, not really. All I'm getting is to see is a much more contained view of the country, unless spreads of farmland, rice paddy farmland, and the faint smell of cow drain carried by or cow dung being carried by the countryside, refreshing breeze. All these things make any onlooker realize the fact that they're better off admiring the scene in picture form. No shops within 1,000-meter radius. And it reeks cow dung. Heck, forget shops. It's dubious as to whether there's even horses around. This far out in the country, if I plan on not going back home and manage with what I have in the area, then that means, well then, why don't we catch something to eat? Man versus nature. Back when I was a kid, I would catch and eat crayfish, and when I honestly had either tools or bait to catch them right now, so catching is going to be difficult. Even city boys hunt monsters in games, grill up their meat, and eat it. It would seem the situation calls for me to invoke my hunter instinct, lying dormant in my Homo sapien genes. But I've got no tools, so I'm not sure what I should do. The only, uh, the only recourse left for me would be now. Here I have one good-for-nothing mermaid uh, worn out form of all roadwork and swimming. However, at this moment, she's basically a pocket monster. Go, mermaid, catch a fish. She's really diving, eh? I just had to try saying that, not knowing that it would work. That girl, she's terrifying, indeed. Jokes go right over her head. On second thought, even if she did catch something, we'd have to take it back to the house and cook it up anyways, huh? Freshwater fish only have rather, oh my lord, Gorpatris parasite cough. But basically, you have to cook things because it got parasite. If you don't cook it right, the parasite or whatever, the low germs or who knows what, it's gonna make your stomach go really rumbly, and then you'll probably have diarrhea. That's basically what he's saying here. I'm not gonna read all this. If you were back, if oh my lord, yeah. So this dude's going some inner monologue, some science stuff, and nah. Once I come to the conclusion that we should probably just go home. Plop. Oh, she caught a fish. A palm-sized fish flies up in the air and descending in my direction. No, it's not flying, it's falling. Fish flying from the pond? As I wonder if land-walking fish are finally getting prominence on the list of introduced species encroaching in this country's native freshwater fish, I keep my eyes peeled on the pond. That's when... Did you catch this? Yeah. Eons goes over with her eyes alight. The way she looking at me, with that look like, well, I did good, right? Praise me. Praise me. It's like a pleading puppy. In that case. Good girl, good girl, dang. I pet her head, praising her hard work. The giant mussel salmon swats her hands aside with the fins attached to her arms. How come? Her expression had been filled with joy for the first few seconds, so why she suddenly changing her attitude? Eon glares at me. After cutting her head on for a minute, and says, my hair. You'll ruin my hair, so don't touch. She dives into the drink again, going to the same way as usual, pretty much dunking her head into the water. I mean, she's been coming in and out of the water like crazy, so it's kind of late in the game to making a fuss about messing her hair. And this is this the difference how humans and mermaids operate? That goes to show you, mermaids are difficult creatures. I decide to pay no mind to Eon as she goes into another far off underwater journey in the pond, instead focusing on my attention the rather pitiful fish that has been forcibly ripped out from its home, and not even a few seconds ago. And here we are. A bluegill, eh? Bluegill, scientifically known as Lepomis, oh my god. An intruding species, a member of the sunfish family, my god, blah blah blah, bluegills, coffer gill short, I'm just gonna leave that right there. If you want to know more about bluegills, I think I caught a few bluegills in my life, but yeah, I don't need to know about them right now. That's pretty much all I know about this fish. What should I do? Knowing the data, it's hard to come to a conclusion, so... The non-native fish miserably hops on the ground. Truth is, this all started with people letting these fish from a different country that aren't compatible with the ecosystem into our country. And sure, I don't feel like these fish are oh my god, I can't even freaking speak right now. Malicious in their actions per se. But right now, you're my lunch. I grab a toppled bucket nearby, fill it with pond water, and toss the bluegill inside. It blends in with the reservoir water. There are a few dragonflies, larvae, and tadpoles in the mix as well. Instantly, the inside bucket has become a matter of seeing the. I mean, geez, they're all going to turn into lunch anyway. So praise be to the Buddha for that. What the heck? Oh, looks like another bluegill. As I ponder upon how to eliminate conflict from our world, one more bluegill comes flying in. Another bluegill. Then, oh, another one. A bluegill comes flying in. Hey, wait a... And then yet another bluegill. Oh my god. Is this really happening? Okay, so just 4? Do you have it out for a non-native fish or something? I asked my now rootless bluegill hunting mermaid while reaching out to give her a good pat on the head for a good job well done after I finished picking up all the bluegills off the ground. Quickly, Eon dodges my hand and comes in for a pat. Wow, that's cold-blooded. Those fish are the only things living in that lake. There isn't anyone in there. You're honestly starting to scare me, so quit it with saying stuff like that. If only one species reigns supreme in their ecosystem, will be in shambles. Also, its insect cannibalism lead them to their demise. These things don't even comprehend the simple fact that their population has grown. In that case, we should go ahead and eat them. Agreed. Wait, is that okay? Does she not have any reservations against eating fish, considering she is a mermaid herself? I mean, before we even touch on that, the idea of a noble young lady catching freshwater fish barehanded and casually chowing down on them doesn't do wonders for her feminine image, does it? I mean, not that I really care, but just saying. Doesn't look like she's opposed to the idea of apparently mermaids can snack on bluegill. Now that we have that cleared, time to take this haul back and Eon back home. Since Eon pulled her away, I guess I'll have to carry hers. Hop aboard. I'm a man. Now, one thing I do have to say right now, I'm just gonna say this as a quick little note. I don't know how this is gonna look for you guys when, you know, it goes onto YouTube and stuff, But I will say, and my TV is not the greatest. My TV is like it's a used TV. It's kind of like half broken, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'll put an image or something like that, but yeah, it's basically not the greatest TV. But I will say that the image quality does look better on my TV than it does look on my monitor. So I'm seeing well, I guess my laptop in this case. I have my laptop right here where I watched the footage of the Elgato capturing it, and then I have the TV right here. Usually, I mainly look at the TV and then have this computer screen as secondary. But I will say it does look a little pixelated right here. At least the images. Everything else looks fine. Just the actual hand-drawn images look pixelated. So I don't know if that's gonna be reflective of the video itself. I'm not too sure. But I will say if you ever do end up trying to like play this game yourself or something like that, I guess do keep that in mind. That's just one thing I'm noticing. So I just wanted to point that out. So anyways, I am imagining things, or am I imagining things, or has she been a lot more docile all of a sudden because of her last dive? Ian's body is clinging on to my finely dried out clothes. Oh man, it feels awful, but smile. With the lone mermaid on my back, I leave the pond, hauling fish from the pond for lunch. This is really gonna give me a down home. It's gonna give me that down home and quite country living vibe, but Russell? Well, I think I hear Russell a sound behind me. I can't see a thing due to Eon's fins getting in my way. Is that coming from the pond? Maybe a frog was hopping around or something. Well, time to put it out of my mind and head home. The fish that are on their way to their spiritual and culinary enlightenment are scratching at the walls inside the bucket. Spray. Damn, we got a little image of fish right here. Once we get home, Leon takes a shower and gets to work on deboning this non-native fish. A fish taking a shower after playing in the water is quite bizarre. I can't even be fascination. I can't even be facetious in saying that reservoir is the cleanest place, and she was right in it, playfully doing right triple axels. So common sense will most likely dictate that a shower afterwards would be in order. Well, maybe not. Remember, when I was a kid, even if I went playing in the pond, I would give a excuse like, I was playing in the water, so I'm already clean, and not take a shower at all. Well, whatever. Oh, damn. Well, there goes the fish. It takes not even an instant for the pitiful fish to instantly reach culinary enlightenment as they get grilled up. These non-native fish live spectacularly, coming from a faraway land and multiplying, but now their existence must come to an end on top of this frying pan. Freshwater fish has to be grilled until their fins are crispy. Otherwise, you run the life-threatening risk of catching fluke disease. That being said, man, these are tiny. There's no way big fish, but there's in no way there are no way big fish. But after trimming it, they're a lot smaller than I thought that I would imagine. Thanks to that, I'm not only bust I'm not only bust out of pounds of rice, but I get the instant side as well. Man, my precious rations. I always pray that it doesn't come to me begging for food from the adults in the neighborhood. As a matter of fact, how tacky is it for some fluttering brat from out of town to shamelessly walk up to an adult here and beg for food? Oh god. Once the fish and the novel grilling is done, Eon comes out of the shower and gets dressed. Just when just when she dries herself off. I give thanks to these beautiful bond I give thanks to these bountiful ingredients. What the heck?
いただきます。
So down the hatch? The heck? Yep. I break up the small crispy fish with my chopstick Wally, blue gills are even softer than I thought. Oh, fragrant, and not a trace of raw, stinky fish and meat softly spread throughout my mouth. But no mistake, this fish is delicious. The prep and cooking is just a pain in the butt. So I'm asking all of those fishers, please catch a lot of these, please catch a lot of these critters and make a meal out of them. Do it for do it for what's right. Actually, any fish will probably taste good if it's freshly caught.
もぐもぐ。
Oh gosh, well, I guess she's chowing down right now. From the speed of Eon's chopsticks, Eon seems to like the non-native fish as well. A mermaid who catches fish and eats them? A cannibalistic tragedy is unfolding right before my very eyes. Is this really an okay menu, all things considered?
ヤマメ以外なら。
Anything aside from masu? Ah, I see.
私は気にしないよ。
Well, I don't mind, and who is this right here? And is this fool really not noticing? Oh my god, okay. My chopsticks run wild for a little while. It looks like I was honestly hungry. Right now, I don't want to think about anything other than eating. Yes, I don't want to think about anything, but, say, Eon,
ん
can I ask you something that's been on my mind for a bit?
コくん。
Is this a friend of yours?
やっほ
Oh dear. Eon turns her head towards the thin child sitting in the seat in front of her, and then... Yep, that's what I thought. Let's start from the basics. I use my middle fingers to realign my glasses, and I ask the question like I'm interviewing her for a position. Oh shoot, alright. Name, please.
覚えてない。
I don't remember. Oh great. This is proving relatively difficult. Occupation?
仕事はないけど、趣味で人形やってる。
I don't have an occupation, but I do mermaid stuff as a hobby. Age?
それって、可愛いってこと？
Oh my lord. That's the first thing she thinks, alright. Does that mean I'm cute? Conversation is proving to be a challenge in a way unique from Eon. But there's a blue Mary sitting on her knees across the dinner table out of nowhere. No, I'm past the point of being surprised now, which is why I'm actually calmly asking her for personal details. But this is a countryside filled with mermaids or something. I never saw a single one back when I was a kid though. Since when did mermaids start multiplying and taking over the village? On top of that, this one is wearing some funky clothing. And actually, can I press? Yes, I can press B here, and there's the image. Black white image of this new little mermaid we have here. Yeah, there we go. Now in color. Sure would be nice if Mermaid's skin woman, Eon, would handle the situation, but... Oh dear. An intense force emanates from the shadows from the staircase leading upstairs. Eon has her face popping out of the shadows, her fins standing on end. Intimidation tactics? That's what she's doing, right? Yeah? Oh dear. Yeah, it looks like it looks like intimidation, alright. This is a mermaid turf warfare? At any rate, I should think about what I should do with this other mermaid on my hands. Well, what are you doing here?
仲間を食べるって聞いて、ついてきたの。
I heard you're my eating buddies, and I followed you. Buddies? The blue mermaid points towards the grilled fish, and catches a glimpse of shiny blue fins on her pudgy, childlike arms. Don't tell me that she's... I point to the porter fish that's got grilled on the frying pan. This is your friend? Excuse me, I had to take a little drink right there. She's pretty bright and cheery in spite of her friend being grilled. Oh boy. So I'm gonna take a wild guess and say she's a bluegill mermaid. That's just my wild guess. So this is one of your uncle?
多分
Maybe. Figures. First a Masu salmon, and now a bluegill. Okay, so I was right. Huh. In that case, she's speaking in our native tongue, so just based because she's non-native species doesn't mean that she'll just be speaking another language. Even so, not knowing your own name, calling her bluegill would be pretty. Wait, calling her bluegill would be pretty strange. What should I call her? She's so bright and lively. It's sort of like a pet keeping us company. That gives me an idea. Alright, Pecco. Oh, wow. Pecco, why are you in my house?
変な名前で呼ぶ
Don't call me weird names. Big talk for someone who doesn't even know their own name. Alright then, Pecco. Why are you in my house?
な友達を食べるって聞いてきた
I came because I heard you're eating your friend. I don't know why, but Pecco confidently yet obediently answers. So Pecco is a no-go, but Pecco is okay. What gives? Or Petaco? Petaco. Petaco? I'm just assuming it's like that, Petaco. Because it sounds more like a name. Come on. What difference does an extra vowel make?
謝れ
Apologize. I guess that's her name now. Petaco.
二人で私の友達食べたじゃないか謝れ
You two ate my friends. Apologize. Well, it caught me surprised that once we fished out and started eating one fish, another one comes to talk. Another one that can talk will come out calling restrictions for damage. Oh my god. Sorry. I mean, I really am sorry. We weren't aware, and we started eating your friend.
なんで仲間の私にはくれないのバカ謝れ私にも食べさせろ
Oh my god. Why didn't you give me any? I'm their buddy. Come on, dummy. Apologize. Let me have some. Oh my lord. Come again now? So let me get this straight. She's asking us why the two of us are eating bluegill and excluding her, also a bluegill, from joining in. Give me a break here. My brain is on the verge of... Oh my god. I have the wrong idea this entire time, which reminds me, Leon has been eating that fish like it were completely normal. Yeah, mermaids have their own, as the name suggests, are a maid or maiden of a mirror's or sea. I'm positive now being half fish doesn't mean that they don't have anything to do with fish themselves. So just because they're species of mermaid or species of fish that matches them doesn't mean they don't have any short solidarity in the slightest. It may not be worth mentioning from the logical standpoint, but what I'm dealing with right now is a life form, a mermaid, that I've never met before until now. So I'm thinking about things logically, maybe foolish in endeavor. Wow, okay. I'll write an essay upon it. Yeah, I just wrote an essay right here, man. Then I'll give you some. You'll forgive us? Yeah. I want the meteor one. Artwork right there. Oh wow. Let me see. Wasn't that one of your uncles?
多分違うよ
Probably not. Then what is it?
友達
My friend.
友達なんていう虚像に過ぎない存在の結末はいつもこんなもんよ
This is always how the false image of friendship turns out. Boy, what a shoddy friendship it is. Extremely perplexed, I tossed a look asking for help to Eon, who cooked up inside of the stairway. Wow, she's pretty pissed right now, wow. But she's not going to help me. Pedicle scuffs her cheeks with her friend, looking extremely pleased. Taking a look at her like this seems like there's no different from her extremely she seems no different from an extremely cute yet ordinary neighborhood child, with only exception being her fish-like lower portion and her set of protruding fins. And yet here I am, accepting this as it's completely commonplace. No, something is amiss, scientifically amiss in fact. Pedicle is apparently a mermaid that lives in the reservoir, the mountains range where the rivers may have changed in the past 10 years, but I don't remember the village being filled with so many unidentified life forms when I was a kid. I can't say that the reservoir is squeaky clean, even fastidiously, but you're saying that there are mermaids in there regardless? It's particularly telling all mermaids princess fairy tales who kick rocks. I mean, at least the water the Aeon inhabited has been crystal clear. Though I shouldn't be saying that considering I let Aeon play in the reservoir a little earlier. Anyway, this child is a very pretty color. Her blue shiny fins are cool. She has the pokey fin horns coming out of her head as well, coming together with her hair experiences harmony. Even if you exclude those things, she is an extremely cute child. She sort of reminds me of Eon when she was young. Albeit her general demeanor isn't similar at all. At any rate, she is super young, and it's easy to ask her questions, so maybe she'll give me the answers of what Eon wouldn't give me. I'll try asking a question about mermaid ecology. Alright, now give me details on your species. I live in the water. But you're on land right now, aren't you? I live in the land sometimes too. Oh, I see. Also, importantly, Pedicle's face takes a serious turn, and finally, the ecology of mermaids wrapped in mystery is going to come to light at long last. Can you give me people food? I'll eat it. Oh my god. Yes, well, I'm not really planning on taking care of you. And you don't want to take care of me? I do already feel like the girl who gives me food is taking care of me, though. Girl who gives her food? Who's that? Seems like I don't have the talent of negotiating with mermaids, even though Eon is still hiding behind the wall with her fins flared up. I'm gesturing to her for dear life in an attempt at having her back me up here. Help me, Eon, save me, please. Please don't leave me dead for here. Leave me for dead here. If you're not here by my side, I'm gonna be done for. Eon suddenly shows her reaction. She drops her fins, tilting her head and taking a moment to think. That's when she slides all the way over to my side. Thank God I'm saved. Hello, Masu. Ane-chan? My name is Eon Koma. Oh Lord. This is my fault. That her name is Pedicle? Seems like she settled on it for being Pedicle, though. Does she really not remember her own name? That's a fish for you. How old are you? Let's see, today I'm fine with being 10. Oh boy. Yeah, 10 is fine by me too. So, do you remember anything else? No. I do feel like I've had a child that looks like you, lady. Quit lying, Guppy. And in the end, you turn into this? Yeah. Yeah, things are really fun now. Give it a little more time and you'll turn this way too.
いや
I don't want to.
ペタコもね、全部なくなっちゃう前は怖かったけど今は平気。お姉ちゃんも頑張ってね。
Oh wow. Let's see, am I the only one comprehending this conversation? Do I lack the intelligence to comprehend? I haven't been able to follow their conversation this entire time. I have a hunch that, but is that it? Maybe they're conversing in Mermaidian? Is that way non-mermaids like me hasn't been able to follow? I'll let it drop. This is a valuable chance to observe two mermaids converse. I've had this feeling for a good while, but the speed at which two girls meeting for the first time hit it off is extraordinary, and any man caught between them while they are simply gets cast out of the loop. Sob sob, woe is me. The fact that I can't solve a problem yet, this is another case of science only taking me so far. Okay.
ところであのお兄ちゃんはお姉ちゃんを覚えてるの？
By the way, does that Oni-chan remember you?
変なの、そんなはずないのに。
Okay. Pedicle then breaks apart the fish and presents it to Eon. A fish with her chopsticks, and another fish is surreal. Work of art that's being painted right before our very eyes.
もぐもぐ。
I guess they're chowing down. You know, now they're totally getting along like a couple of sisters. Meanwhile, their big brother sits out aloof, fading into the shadows. I stay obscure, reciting the periodic table.
お兄ちゃんもお兄ちゃんも。
Hmm? She grabs a fish with her chopsticks and props it in my way. You know, her eyes are practically sparkling. If I don't eat, no doubt I'll deeply hurt her feelings. Hmm? Then,
お兄ちゃん。
oh wow. Then Pedicle suddenly comes over and flops me. She's a regular firecracker. For a modern child, she's oddly friendly. Maybe I should give her a precious childlike nice head patting. And there's art right there as well. So yeah, really well done art. Hey, hold up! Her strength. I'm gonna die. Wait a second. It hurts. You're breaking my back, my wrist, my guts, my ah. I barely managed to slip away. Little Sonova, cheery face. I'm not him of madness, but she tried to freaking kill me. Prime example of why mermaids having 10 times the strength of humans is an issue. She looks like she's having so much fun. Then again, kids are known for laughing and making a ruckus all the time. There was a time where this was pure innocence too. Man, society has really changed me. As I stand here lamenting my reality of lost innocence. Bam! Yeon's banging her head against the wall? What the heck?
今、関節キ。
Oh my lord. Just now the chopsticks we kissed indirect. Hmm?
なんでもない。
It's nothing. Yeon keeps her head on the wall and scratches it with her fins, going back to normal after about 10 minutes. What's this fit even over? It's been bugging me a good while, but I can't even take it anymore. It looks like I'll need to get to the bottom of what caused her to react like this. Whatever.
それじゃあバイバイ。またね。
Okay then, bye bye. See you later. Alright, get home safely.
あ、お姉ちゃん頑張ってね。諦めちゃダメだよ。
After hitting it off, Ian and chit-chatting in my house for several hours, Pikako eats dinner and goes home. Granted, I'm reluctant to send a little child home so late at night, even if she is a mermaid.
池で寝れば朝には布団にいるの。
If I sleep in the pond, I'll be a full-time by morning. Is what she gleefully answers me with, so I send her on her way home. So I have no clue whatsoever if she means by that remark, though she regains her balance on her tail and flops with thump thump. Whereas Eon is fat on her face in 0.5 seconds, she's completely different. Moving around her steadiness balance. Youth certainly is a wonderful thing. But is that okay? Is that really okay? Is that really okay for a mermaid to be walking around the rural village like normal? Am I a crazy one here? I feel like I should probably bring some bed on bluegill with me and ask for the adults in the neighborhood. To think I'm in a village where mermaids wander about eating bluegill while talking to a bluegill, the bonding bluegills, freezing them and passing them out to the neighbors. Sigh. Crap. I got a deadly headache, kids. Kids, I swear. In the yard, Eon looks bluntly in the direction Petticoat took off, with her fins standing on the end. A part of her fins is slightly waving up and down. Her demeanor is strange. Just a second ago, she has been chatting it up, having fun with Petticoat. Now she's starting off Petticoat leaves like she's the saddest girl on earth. Could this be Eon, by any chance? Was that your first time meeting a mermaid? The first time a mermaid meets another mermaid? So they're rarely commodity that I thought here, huh? Is it that rare for an occurrence in the first place? You don't have to answer if you don't want to. The extremely sad look on Eon's face is my cue to make myself scarce. Her reaction is the same as the one time I asked her how she became a mermaid in the first place. Have I done something wrong? Is it my fault that she looks so sad? I don't know. Maybe I should go inside and get some shut-eye. Today has got me beat. I came to the country for some rest and relaxation, but I feel like I've been doing heavy labor this entire time. Good grief, we should get to bed. I physically yet scientifically gesture what we should head back inside the house, but Ian has none of that and doesn't budge an inch. Is this a gesture of her part that she's not coming inside the house? You're not coming inside? In a little bit. I see. Well, I'll see you inside. I leave Eon be and return to my room first. Eon takes a seat on the bench in the yard and stares vacantly outside the gate while flapping her fins. For whatever reason, the way she looks, it's almost as if she could disappear at any moment. Nah, there's no way that could happen. I better stop it while they're worrying. Worrying causes mental instability, and an unstable mind is scientifically proven to obscure one from performing at peak condition. Dang. Let's hit the hay. Nighttime in the countryside is unbelievably dark, but it weren't frog and cricket season, it would be unbelievably silent as well. But yet, It is frog and cricket season right now, so it's pretty darn noisy outside. Then again, this is probably the perfect environment for getting lost in thoughts. I feel like Eon needs some time to think for herself. After all, I sincerely doubt she'd go out and get lost or something like that. Okay, partially doubt. Alright, so we unlock. Scene 3, day 3. Alright, so you know what? That's where I'm gonna end it right here. So, um, yeah, so thank you guys for watching. This is, can I go back to the, actually, save? Oh, okay, I could save data, I guess I'll save it right there. And then, oh wow, I could save so many scenarios. Okay, I guess that's something to keep in mind. Um, hold up. How did I? Oh, here you go. Go back to the title. Yep. All right. So we're oh look, we got see you next time. Illustration by Squidchan. I can't see that, but it's right there. So all right. So yeah, I guess that'll do it for it. So I guess yeah, this would be 3 separate parts for you guys to watch. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do it all on Valentine's Day because this is it's originally a Valentine's Day thing, but I don't know how I'm gonna do that. But anyways, either way, thank you guys for watching these last few parts right now. Um, yeah. So like I said, this is a very different type of game that I usually play, but this is something I wanted to try out. Again, something really out of nowhere for me. I was like, you know what? Let me just get this with my Nintendo Gold points. And yeah, you know what? For what it is, it's something different for me. I wouldn't say this is like probably gonna be game of the year for me, but you know, at least so far, the story has me engaged. You know, right now the biggest thing about the story for me is probably what's happening with these two mermaids right here. How did they become that? What's the backstory? What's the lore in there? To me, that's one of the most intriguing things about this. The artwork is pretty nice, I would say as well. Like right now, we just had another piece of artwork. Um, but yeah, so yeah, so I don't know if I'm ever gonna continue this, like maybe in my own time, but like I don't know. If you guys want me to continue this, like as a like a, maybe a little side thing on the channel, then I'm more than willing to do that if you guys want to do it. But yeah, so yeah, this is something I wanted to do. Yeah, they'll probably put this out again in 3 separate parts, and yeah. Um, yeah, I can't really say much else about it. You know, the voice acting seems to be pretty alright. You know, I wouldn't say anything like too amazing, but again, we only get certain clips here and there, nothing like full fledged like voice acting. So I don't know if I could really give full judgment on that. The music, I do like the music so far. It's pretty nice. Like this tune right here. Yeah, I think it fits the tone. So but yeah, like other than that, you know that's why I gotta say so far. So if you want to check this out on Nintendo eShop, you can. Again, I got this on sale for about $2, but then technically for free. But yeah, it's called My Girlfriend is a Mermaid. So if you guys want to try this out, I don't know if this would count like a visual novel or something like that. I'm pretty sure it probably would. But yeah. So here we go. This is like the first time I ever played a game like this, and you know what? Yeah, I don't regret it. Even though it's like 3:17 in the morning right now, you know, I feel this was a intriguing experience. But that's enough for that right now. So I really gotta get to sleep soon. So with that, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for coming along these last 3 parts. If you made it this far, and you know, whenever I can, whenever I guess I do this game again, or if I do something else in the future of this, you know, craziness. Because again, this was like for Valentine's Day. Yeah, we'll see what happens there. So again, thank you guys for watching. I hope you check out my other stuff. Check the link in the description below for all that. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys later.